Hey everybody, this is a day 17 update. Just took a little break, about 5.5 miles in. It's going on a little past 1:15. A little warm, but not too bad. Just stopped at a gas station about a half mile back, grabbed an extra water. And I have already had the opportunity to speak with like 3 different groups of people. And I shared my story and why I'm doing this. They were all pretty interested. So I told them about the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And they told me they'd look into the GoFundMe, which is great to hear. So, but yeah, today's going pretty good so far. I'm about to get out of the city here, get back into some farmland. Hopefully this traffic will die down. So, you know, it's not a bad little street here, but it's awfully busy. Yeah, nice little neighborhood though. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, like I said though, the goal for the day is to get to Summitville. That's still the objective. So we're gonna see if we can pull that off today. A little pup barking at me. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, legs are feeling all right. A little sore, but it's to be expected. All right. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. You know, I'll be looking at the comments on these videos and I'll try my best to answer all of them. Yeah, and like I said, these are all one-take videos. I'm not really in a position to edit them like crazy, so I'm sure the quality might not be the greatest, but it is what it is, you know. All I gotta do is just get the content out there, you know. I just want to share my story and all the little details if I can on a daily basis, so you guys can follow along in that way. You know, in one of my previous videos, I did mention that I wanted to live stream this whole thing, and I was going to do it on Kick, but unfortunately that drains your battery very fast, you know, about 50% in under an hour. So I just don't have the ability to keep up with that. I do have 3 battery packs and a solar panel I can hang off my backpack, but even with all that, I'd run out of juice pretty quick. So unfortunately, that's not a possibility for me right now. Hopefully, maybe in the future, I can figure something out. If I can get some kind of lightweight setup that would allow me to do that, that would be pretty great. I would take full advantage. Just live stream from my chest perspective so you guys could see what I see all day. That'd be great, but unfortunately that's not where we are right now, so I have to rely on these videos, which we'll see how they do on YouTube and TikTok. So, but yeah, the goal is to get monetized so I can use these, or the revenue from YouTube and TikTok, to help me along the journey here. So that way I won't have to rely on donations. I can just use the revenue generated from those platforms to help me afford hotels and, you know, help with food and all that. I really don't like to ask for donations, so that's the goal anyways, because I plan on doing this long term. So it's gonna be quite the journey. Oh, stream there, huh? Yeah, I do have a life straw, so if I'm ever short on water and I come across something like that, I can always take a sip out of there. You know, I've only had to use it once so far, but it worked like a charm. So it looks like we're getting into the country. So we're about to see a whole lot of nothing for quite a few miles here. I kind of prefer it that way sometimes, you know. Get out of the city, enjoy your 10 to 12 mile walks between towns. I just hope that this road doesn't stay busy the whole way. Trying to avoid major roads. So, but right on. I'll wrap this video up and I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate you. Hey everybody. So I came across this nice little campground here in Fairmount, Indiana. And thankfully, well, I didn't know this place existed in the beginning. I was gonna camp outside of a pizza joint, hopefully down by the river, just down the street here. And then they recommended this place where I can pitch my tent anywhere I want through all this grass here. They got these nice little picnic tables to hang out in under this canopy. They got power, if I can charge up everything. Anything's low. And that building over there's got showers, restrooms, everything you'd need. And they have laundry as well. So overall, a pretty nice campground here in town. And it's actually free, which shocked me. But, you know, you run into the right people and you get blessed. So I'm very grateful I came across this place. It's a safe place to sleep for the night. And yeah, I got to get my tent set up. Not really in too much of a hurry. Just gonna enjoy this spot right here for a little while, stay off my feet. And I didn't quite make it to Summitville, but I did find a nice place to camp out for the night. So we take those W's when we get them. And yeah. Yeah, no complaints. I already got my compression socks off. I got these. My freaking foot's still killing me, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Yep. Still a little cloudy out, but didn't get any rain today. Overall, a pretty successful day. I think we walked over, I think it was 14.7 miles. So not quite to the 15 we want to average, but pretty close. And unfortunately, I did have to walk out of the way a little ways to get to this place, but I would have to say it's worth it. You know, if I even had food, I could grill out right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, this place is very nice. I'm really glad I came across this. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. I'll take a video in the morning of my campsite and where I had it set up and everything, and I'll see y'all in the morning.